As we understand human history, a lot of events and timelines can get smushed together or forgotten. Let's take a look at 23 historical facts that will mess up your perception of time. John Tyler, America's 10th president, was born in 1790. He currently has 2 living grandchildren still alive today. John Tyler was 63 when his son Lyon was born in 1853. Lyon was 71 and 75 when his 2 sons were born, 1924 and 1928, respectively. Both of Lyon's sons are still alive today. Marilyn Monroe and Queen Elizabeth were both born in 1926, just months apart. Cleopatra, once ruler of Egypt, lived closer to the moon landings than when the pyramids were built. The pyramids were built in 2550 BC, and Cleopatra was born in 70 BC, with the moon landings taking place in 1969. That's 2,480 years between her birth and the pyramids, and 2,040 years between her birth and the moon landings. Oxford University, founded sometime around 1096, was around for hundreds of years before the Aztec Empire, started in 1345. Sliced bread wasn't invented until over a decade after World War I in 1928. This also means that Betty White is older than sliced bread. The year that Star Wars came out in 1977, the last guillotine execution took place in France. The first fax machine was invented in the same year that settlers were traveling across the Oregon Trail in North America in 1848. Pensions for soldiers who fought in the U.S. Civil War were still being paid out until the year 2003. Gertrude Janeway got $70 per month for her husband's service until she passed away. Queen Elizabeth has seen 11 different presidents in office in the U.S., from Truman to Trump. Humans had already been to space by the time scientists agreed on the theory and existence of continental plates, or plate tectonics, in 1967. Harvard was founded in 1636, years before calculus was developed and discovered. When Microsoft was founded in 1975, Spain was still under control by a fascist dictatorship. Every minute, we take the equivalent amount of photos that were taken in the entirety of the 1800s. It was only 66 years between when flight was first discovered and when humans landed on the moon, between 1903 and 1969. The global population has more than doubled since 1968. It was 3.5 billion then and is now 7.8 billion. If you compress the timeline of Earth's existence down into one equivalent year, humans would have first appeared on December 31st at 11:58 p.m., only 0.004% of all of Earth's history. Ecstasy was invented the same year that the Titanic sank in 1912. Coca-Cola was created in 1886, just 25 years after Italy became a country in 1861. The terrorist attacks of 9/11 are closer to the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 than to the present day. The first American football game was played just 4 years after the American Civil War ended. The war ended in 1865, and the first football game was played between Rutgers University and Princeton in 1869. Women in Switzerland were granted federal voting rights on the same year that the Apollo 14 mission landed on the moon. Thomas Edison died the same year that the Empire State Building was built, in 1931. And finally, woolly mammoths existed at the same time the pyramids were being built in 2660 BC.